this video, I'm going to be sharing with you guys some super easy and inexpensive DIY, Christmas DIYs that you can do at home when you find yourself not doing anything and you just want to get crafty. These are super easy to make and recreate, and like I mentioned, they're very inexpensive. Some of the items I actually just found outside, and the others I got at the dollar store and at Michael's. And I do believe Michael's is having 50% off all Christmas stuff. And with that said, let's just go ahead and get started. I found this 3D wreath at the dollar store, and I believe it comes with 4. But I only really needed to use 3 of them, and as you can see, the little wire wreaths have like a little hook on the side, which is honestly perfect because I did need something like this in order to hang it. I found this at Michael's for, I believe, $5, and what I really needed was the branches from it, so I ended up cutting them with some cutting pliers, and I'm going to be attaching them to the wreath. Some of them had a long wire stem, which was actually useful because then I could wrap it around the wreath in addition to using hot glue. Okay, so I know it looks a little janky, but I promise the end result looks good. Once your little branches are attached, you're going to go in with a little sparkle. And I actually found these also at Michael for like $1 or so. These are supposed to go in your tree, but I'm just going to take it apart and wrap it around the wreath. I'm also going to be using these cinnamon scented pine cones that I've had from last year, and the smell still is super strong, and I just think this is a good addition because it just adds more Christmassy smell to your house. Next, you're going to want to add some yarn in order to hang it to our branch. However, you want 3 different lengths. You want a short one, a medium one, and a long one. I found this little branch outside while we were walking our fur babies. You're going to want to attach a piece of yarn to each end so that you can hang it on the wall. You can cut it however long you want, although I do think it looks better if it's shorter. The next step is to start hanging your wreaths onto the branch. I found this little foam base at the dollar store, and this little branch I actually found outside as well. Next, I'm going to be adding some fake snow so that I don't have to paint it actually. I think this DIY is actually the easiest and the cheapest because it just takes no effort and it looks super cute. You're going to need a piece of wood of your choice, some small nails, and some yarn, and a hammer. You're going to start by nailing in some of the little nails into a tree shape, which sounds a lot harder than it actually is. As you can see, this is in the shape of a tree or a triangle. Either way, you're going to start with your yarn in the middle section and you're just kind of going to loop it around until you get the design that you like. Make sure that when you are going around a nail, you go around it twice so that it creates kind of a strong pull and it also doesn't come undone. At this point, it's just a bunch of zigzagging and you can go whichever way you want. This is just the way that I wanted to do it so that it would look kind of pretty simple and easy to recreate.
Just like the ones I used to know.
Towards the end, I decided to add this little branch just to give it a little bit more color.
With every Christmas card I write.
This DIY is also super easy. You need some paper, any form of paper. I did get this one with the design just because I wanted to give it a more intricate look since this DIY is pretty simple. You're going to start by cutting some strips, which I quickly realized was taking me too long, so I just used this fabric cutter and it was so much faster. The next step is to cut some of the strips in half. Not all of them, just some. You're going to take one of the half strips and then you're going to take a full size strip and you are going to super glue it on the end, kind of creating this little hill shape on the side. Once you have the one side done, you are going to do the exact same thing to the other side. Once it looks like this, you are going to add another section, but just one more section to each side. This last strip, make sure that it is a little bit longer than the first one.
Just like the ones I used to know.
And here is your little paper ornament. You're going to add some yarn so that you are able to hang it onto your tree.
With every Christmas card I write.
I've had these pine cones since last year, but you can pretty much find them at any big box store during this time of year. This is also another little branch that I found while walking the dogs. You're going to use some yarn to wrap around the pine cone, which essentially you're going to hang onto the branch, kind of creating a waterfall effect. Once you've done this step, you're pretty much just going to stagger the pine cones around and tie them onto the branch, and that is really it. I hope you guys liked all of these DIYs, and I hope that you try them out because they're pretty easy. I didn't want to do anything that was either expensive or super hard to recreate. So go ahead and give these a try if you find yourself, you know, without having anything to do. And thank you so much for watching this video. I hope that you subscribe and that you also follow me over on my Instagram, which is where I post a lot of pictures. And I hope you have a great day. I will see you in the next one. See ya!